As we get closer to the next beta test, which you should totally sign up for, link in the description, it is important that you know a couple different archetypes of decks, especially as deck building will be introduced in the next test. Although there are many different archetypes of decks, today I will only be covering aggro, control, and combo, and how I think they will play in Bloons Card Storm. But if you'd like to see a part 2 where I cover other archetypes such as mid-range, tempo, ramp, burn, whatever it is, let me know. So firstly is aggro. These decks have a very linear goal of just killing your opponent as fast as possible. This is usually done by using low-costing cards and aggressive spells, or in Bloons' case, low-costing balloons and aggressive powers. This archetype is typically assumed to be a lower skill playstyle. However, where much of strategy comes in with these decks is in the deck building process. There are often loads of low-costing cards, so choosing the right ones can be crucial, such as Red Balloon versus Swarm Red Balloon, or both, or neither, or one copy of one and three of the other. So many micro decisions that have to be made. Everything typically has to be correct in these decks as the games are shorter, meaning every single play has to count, which just naturally puts a higher emphasis on the deck building process. Cards that I think will be prevalent in this archetype are tack shooters and triple darts, as the high effectiveness and small costs on defense. The best balloons will probably be, in my opinion, as of right now, the Swarm Blue, regular yellow, and pink balloons. But these will 100% change as the full game releases, because just due to the nature of Bloons Card Storm, balloons are gonna be the heart of these aggro decks. As for the powers that we know of, I think it's a safe bet to say that Bedtime and Quick Ready will be must-haves in every aggro deck due to Bedtime's, early game removal, so you can get more damage in as soon as the game starts, and then Quick Ready is pretty obvious. Overall, I think that this is going to be the weakest archetype in the game's final release, just because I think the small costing cards don't do enough damage for the high health, plus there's ways to heal like Quick Ready, and the most important reason why is because you can save gold in between turns, meaning your opponent can sack some health for the first couple turns, get some huge defense up, and then just totally shut you down for the rest of the game. Since especially if you're only attacking with the swarm units, they have one good swarm counter. GG. And yeah, constantly blowing through your cards can put you as at an disadvantage as well in these aggro decks. Next up is the control archetype. It is important to note that there are many different types of control decks, so I'll be talking pretty generally here. The idea is to simply outclass and counter each of your opponent's actions and then finish them off with a single final action. Like I said, many different types of control decks, but that's kind of the general idea. This is what I put my money on for being the most common deck in Bloons Card Storm. The game is all about defense, hence monkeys, so it is important to use efficient and powerful monkeys to stay in control. My best bet for these is the Elite Defender and Sharpshooter, as they are both very cost effective and powerful. Next for the balloons is a bit harder, but I'd not be surprised to see black and white balloons used to keep up that card advantage while still getting some pressure on your opponent. For the powers, I think we'll likely see a lot of Storm of Arrows and Firestorm or whatever other hero ones, because those have clearly shown to be the strongest, as well as Return to Sender to just help, shut down your opponent puts a big dude on the board, let's say a 14 cost monkey, you can remove that very quickly and then you can counter push harder. Finally, I think the best late game finisher, at least that we know of right now, is the Prince of Darkness. And then finally, this is by far going to be the shortest part, is combo decks. These decks are exactly what they sound like. They rely on a combo to win or control the game. Is what I think the most fun decks are going to be, because this is my personal playstyle. I love hitting people with the 1-2. Right now, the best combos we know of, which there's going to be so many more when the full game comes out, is the Red Balloon Storm and Balloon and Biggin. Any one-drop Balloon and Quick Ready. And then my personal favorite is Double Rainbow and Fortify. So we will see many more come in the full game, and I'm excited to make videos covering these different combos. That's all I have for now, but if you'd like to see a part 2 covering more types or maybe more in depth on different strategies and the different types of cards and whatnot, then just let me know. I'm super hyped for next beta and will be making many more videos once that comes out. See you soon.